Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another Redstone video, and in this one we're going to take a look at something really quite awesome. This is the suicide booth that was featured in Series 1, Episode 1 of Futurama.
Please select Mode of Death, Quick and Painless, or Slow and Horrible.
Yeah, I'd like to place a collect call.
You have selected Slow and Horrible.
Good choice.
Now, Futurama is one of my favourite TV programmes. I absolutely love it, can't get enough of it, and if you haven't seen it before, I would highly suggest checking it out. It's made by the makers of The Simpsons, which is already pretty awesome, but this is the suicide booth that has been recreated using Redstone. I think it's pretty cool, so let's take a closer look. So first off, outside, of course, we've got ourselves a bed. That means that we can set our spawn so that we can go through the suicide booth multiple times. But anyway, if we hit this button here, we are now inside. Now, we have got 6 different buttons, which correspond to 6 different ways of dying. Now, one thing that I do just want to mention is, of course, there is a world download down in the description if you do want to try this thing out for yourselves. But anyway, we're now going to crack on. It's probably going to spoil a lot of the deaths, but I'm going to demonstrate how it all works. So, now that all those weirdos have gone, let's give this thing a bash. The first death that I'm going to do is death number 1, and I'm basically going to work my way up like this, then work my way up like this, showcasing all of the different deaths that I've included in today's machine. So this one comes first, it should drop us down here, and as you can see, we have been fire charged quite a bit, and we are currently standing inside a flame, which, yeah, that hasn't ended particularly well for us. If we respawn, we will spawn next to the bed, and one thing that you will see is we get ourselves a receipt, which is sort of ironic. Death number 2 is a fairly interesting one. Once again, we hit the button, we drop down 2 layers this time, and now we have been completely battered by a ton of arrows. I mean, it's probably a little bit overkill there. The arrows are still going. I think in total, it fires just over 150 arrows. So, yeah, we've taken quite a bit of a beating there. Next up, we have got button number 3. This time, we're going to drop down 3 layers, pick up a ton of arrows, and get completely obliterated by potions of harming. As you can see, Mumbo was killed by potion using magic. Not particularly good, is it? Second set of buttons now, we are going to work in from the top. So this one comes first, and let's see how this goes. Oh, we've been dropped right the way through the entire machine and fallen through into the void. That's a nasty way to go, isn't it? Can you imagine the feeling in your stomach then? It'd be horrible. Okay, let's do this. Last 2 times now. This one here, let's see where this takes us. Oh, I know exactly what's going to be happening here. We got TNT dispensed, and yeah, that's the end of us. But thankfully, nothing else exploded, because of course we placed them in water. Nice and smart. And finally, the last one of today's video, button number 6. Here we go, we drop down, and we have got ourselves, some zombies that all seem to be in the same blocks. They don't seem to be able to hit me particularly easily. I think they're all trying to attack me at once. We might survive this one. Maybe? Not. So there we go. You have now seen all of the deaths that you can get from the Futurama suicide booth. So let's take a look around the back and see all of the redstone behind it. And as you can see, yeah, this isn't my most compact circuit. You can see there's plenty of airspace in here, but that's simply because a lot of this redstone is just transporting a redstone current from the top all the way down to the bottom. So what we've got here is we've got the main circuit. This deals with all of the piston extensions. Then basically all of these lines that you can see running out into these pistons, these are like circuit breakers that cut off the circuit so that you land on a specific layer depending on what button you press. Other than that, out the front, we've got all of the dispenser circuits that deal with the dispensing of the items, things like arrows, fire charges, potions, of course zombies, TNT, and falling right the way through the bottom. So that is pretty much everything. It's actually a really simple redstone circuit, but as you can see right here, it got really quite large. Impressively large. So we have it. Once again, I just want to mention that, of course, there is a world download down in the description if you do want to have a play around with this one for yourselves. Kill yourselves in multiple different ways, because let's face it, that's quite a bit of fun. But unfortunately, that's all I've got time for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.